Okay, we are going to get ourselves to Blackwater. That's where Willow is. That's where Willow said that he would be last, so that's where we're going. And we're going to start our road to benching these characters. So that's what's gonna happen. It would make sense to go down to Valentine to get some food because we are hungry. And to check our telegrams. We're gonna do that first before we journey to Blackwater. Probably should have walked down before trying to... Yeah, we're gonna slide. We are 100% sliding. Easy, Eva. One step at a time. Isn't there a place to change clothes around here? Okay. Which we need to fix. When we get down to Valentine. Buckle needs to be fixed on this. Page. Fingers from the village. Interesting. It's cool that people are trying to have it with PD again. I like to see that. We haven't been on Lydia for like a day and a half, so it's curious. Well, let's see what kind of telegrams we have. I wish this server had this station with the telegram office for the people with PB. Well, the West had it open as a place for telegrams. Yeah, we got some telegrams. You see all those notifications just popped up? Jesus. First things first though. We need food. Let me fix our outfit. We have the money. We do not. So we need to also go to the bank. Damn. Okay. We will worry about that another time. We're gonna refill our water canteen. Trying to keep an eye on that in case someone walks out so we can fix our belt buckle. Sure, I'll just drink water because that should fill the canteen. And it tops this off completely. There we go. Still no activity at the general store. Oh well. Guy with a mask. I'll put this in here until we need it. So we're in an area that shouldn't be predator heavy. Let's check our telegrams. If there's a telegram that's an emergency, then we will immediately deal with it. If not, we'll probably go back to Valentine and see if they're done in the dressing room. When was that? It was yesterday. Okay. Well, we won't answer that one because Eve's gonna need to know that Lydia's leaving. So we'll wait until answering that to let Eve know. Because I don't want to be like, oh, it's well, and then suddenly, oh, it's not well. So, let's try again. One last time before we go on to Blackwater. So Lydia's not heard from Willow. Willow, the last place he'd be is Blackwater, so we'll go there just to see if we see him. Or sending any worrying telegrams out. I like that guy's striped pants. Yeah, I wonder why I like striped pants. That's the person with the striped shirt. God damn. Okay, well, I guess we're not doing that. Let's go to Blackwater. Must be whoever has that horse. Alright. Blackwater. Oh. We must have been the doctor. Let's try again. There we go. Alright, nice. Okay, and an outfit. Is it 53? Hold on. 48, 22, 53. Yes, 48, 22, 53. Here we go. Do you want to take the vest off? The vest is kind of more like more in the city. So we'll do this. Okay. It's gonna take me to wolf territory, so I need these back. Easy, Eva. Why is it taking me this way? We're gonna go around. I don't understand why it's trying to take me across that way. There's a multitude of other ways it could have gone, but this is the way I decided, so this is where we're going. I see Gemma is there with Willow. Yeah, Willow got a freaking headache. Hello.
Hi. He was here a second ago, but I suspect that he might have, just laid his head down.
Okay. Yeah, I thought I saw him for a moment.
Yeah. I think he was having a bit of a difficult time.
What do you mean?
Um, I think he was a little panicked.
Oh.
Did I just faint?
Uh,
I think I just fainted.
well, another fainting spell. That's not normal.
It can't possibly be anything but. eh,
Anything but what? This isn't the only symptom I've been witnessing.
There's, medics in town. Just in case.
What do you mean by symptoms?
Your heart rate's been elevated. You've been having a lot of fatigue. You're having fainting spells. This weight loss isn't good for you either. This has all been happening since you came down from the mountain. And up in the mountain, you were complaining about being colder than normal.
Uh,
We can't just ignore all these symptoms and push them aside. This is getting concerning.
And what if it's nothing? What if it's just stress? What if it's just noise?
And what if it is something and
And I'm
we
just
ignore it?
being
And if we ignore it and it's something, and you end up dying because we're ignoring this. If you don't want the medics here to see you, we can go to Sandy. It's a better office anyways, make an appointment, but I would very much like you to see someone. You think I'm not being paranoid, right?
I
No.
don't think you are, but I need to stay here. There's been things after things happening in town, and if anything happens, then it's gonna be on my fucking hands, and I don't want that. Um,
Did you
Will,
tell her about what happened?
no. Willie telegrammed me last night, pretty threatening all my friends, trying to leverage me to do his bidding, whatever the fuck he wants me to do, which I still don't know. Jamie, who is a member of Wecker Game, came into the saloon a little while ago. Um, Last night also, Flash, a man that was a part of the Wicker gang, he got shot several times and his brand got cut off from him. This is my cross to bear, and believe you me, I'm going to be dealing this with someone, but I need to stay here. If something happens in town, then I'm not going to feel good about it, if that's okay.
Okay. Um, just so you're aware, I have some experience with. You said Willie the Wanderer is doing this shit, right?
It's not Willie the Wanderer, it's
No,
Willie
it's Willie
Teach.
Teach.
Okay,
Different
never mind.
Willie.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, stay safe, please.
I'm trying to.
Okay.
Because Ose is not in any condition right now to help out, and I need to
I
get him.
understand. Again, I don't want you guys directly involved in this. It's my problem and I need to fix it.
Okay. All right, then. Will you at least agree to go to Sanity and set up an appointment?
Yes.
Thank you. So,
Be careful, you two.
yeah. Um,
They are looking for people. I figure.
okay. We'll be careful then.
Okay. And good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably nothing.
I hope so.
It's fine, Mac, and let him know that I'll be leaving town.
Okay.
He said he'd be back, but we don't know where that is.
I decided to spend a couple of days up in Wood PD sketching and everything and come down to this.
Listen, it wasn't planned.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a simple job. Well, he's definitely not a piece.
Are you okay?
But this is supposed to get him worse.
And you think it's nothing?
No, I don't think it's nothing. I'm just... I don't want it to be anything.
I don't either, but
I just want it to be exhaustion.
I want that too, but we need to make sure.
My heart has not stopped since yesterday.
That's not good.
I don't know what the issue is.
And
Maybe
that's
you're right. Maybe I don't need to talk to a doctor.
exactly. Yeah, I told you that night. I just got you. I'm being selfish, but I just got you. I don't want to fucking lose you to anything. So we need to figure this out.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see if we can find Mac. If we can't find him, we'll move on. We'll just tell Remham, telling him where we went.
Okay.
All those there.
Oh goodness.
Took my fucking lich. They took my navy.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
One of those up there looks like they might be a doctor.
You want
I
to talk to
recognize one of them. I don't know.
It looks like they're transporting someone who's injured.
It does.
Do we want to interrupt them or do we want to?
No, no. Let's go.
Okay. There's a horse hitched by the medic here if you want to, or it's up to you if you want to do that or set an appointment with Sanity.
Would be quicker if we just snagged somebody and had them check me out real quick.
Okay.
water
According-
bottles.
Interesting. According to their chalkboard here, there's a lot of doctors written down on it.
That's the most I've ever seen around.
So,
I mean, if we're gonna get an appointment, we might as well try to get one today.
yeah. Do you want me to see if I can find those two again, or do you think we should just send a telegram?
Yeah.
A tip, so
I will let you make this decision because I can't.
have a seat in there. Let me see if I can find the medics. If not, I can send a tip. Just let someone know that I have someone who may possibly be sick that needs to be checked out.
Okay. Hello, are you a medic or are you just coming in as?
I am a medic. I'm in training though, so I just was seeing if anybody was here before I send out a tip.
Do you know if there's any other doctors about as well, or are you just on your own
I'm
right
not.
now?
I just woke back up, so
Okay. So, I need him to be checked out.
okay. Yeah, I can. Did you send a tip already?
No, I was just about to, unless you were gonna go send
Okay.
a tip.
Yeah, I'll let him know.
Okay. He's not injured, it's more I think he may be sick and he needs to be
Okay.
checked out. Okay.
All right.
All right, sit in here.
I'm just checking to see if you maybe. Mm.
Hmm.
Just checking to see if you have a fever. I'm sorry. You're. It's concerning. It's not.
Why?
It's not hot, but you're definitely feeling warm.
Uh, Don't worry so much.
Don't worry
All
so
right, so
much. Your symptoms are. Oh,
Sorry. I telegram them, so someone should be here.
okay. Yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
It's just concerning me, and we've been pushing it off for too long. So,
Okay. Sorry, I'm pretty new to training, and they really only want us to like stabilize patients.
I understand. Hopefully it's nothing, but at this point I need confirmation.
I believe my gal is looking for peace of mind here.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I thought I saw some doctors, but they were transporting a injured patient to hotels, so I don't know if they're still around here in town.
Yeah, I really only saw people over at Telegrams, but I didn't recognize any of them as. Oh,
Okay. Good night.
hello.
Do you have anyone in there with you?
Yeah,
Um,
a man that he feels ill. They want to be.
Okay.
Sorry.
No,
Yep.
not at
No,
all.
you can clock off. I can do it.
Oh, are you sure?
Unless you want to.
No, stay on. No
Okay.
worries. But if you take the lead, that would be good.
Okay.
Coming in, Cap.
Hi. How can we help you?
he's symptoms that I'm seeing. We've been putting it off. It's concerning, and I would just want to. He's not injured. He's sick, I think. But you know, I'm not a doctor, so.
Okay. How long have the sickness symptoms been going on for, and what exactly has been happening, or what have you been feeling? Also, sorry. My name's Connor, doctor with the Department of Health. This is Claire, and we're happy to give you a hand.
Nice to meet you both. I'm Lydia. And this is Ose.
I'm OC.
Yeah.
Okay. What exactly have you been feeling, Lucy?
Did you want to answer this or me?
You'll probably be more honest. I'm probably just things off. So
Yeah, of course. Oh God, how long ago did you come down from the mountains? He's been up in the frontier for like a month.
Okay.
He
early April. So it's
early April.
been a couple of weeks.
Yeah. He just came down from the mountain like a couple of weeks. He was up there. Do you want me to say a reason why you're up there or no?
Yeah, it's
He
better that they get all the information.
okay. He has a history with substance abuse and he relapsed
Okay.
and opium.
Okay.
So he was up there trying to get clean up in the frontier, isolated. Which he's clean now, but since he's come down from the mountain in the past couple of weeks, he's been feeling fatigue. I just felt his forehead. He's feeling warm. He's getting dizzy spells, fainting. His heart rate seems to be elevated, and he said, I noticed that yesterday, and he said it's not really come down since then. Is anything else I'm missing?
No.
Okay.
I think that covers it.
He did suffer some
But,
injuries, but he's at this point recovered from them, right?
Yeah. Um. Uh,
what injuries had occurred, if you don't mind me asking.
That's another thing. He seems to be getting confused a lot like that. His ribs were broken, his collarbone was broken, his nose was broken. He had a
Was
lot
this before or after going up
after
into the frontier?
after
Okay.
he suffered some injuries after he came back down from the frontier. He was complaining about he does shiver a lot. He's getting colder than it's like his body's not really regulating. But yeah, he had he was treated for his injuries, but then he kind of pushed himself a little too hard, and an internal bleed was found later, a minor one. But he's at least he's been cleared to go back to work and stuff, so he's recovered from that. But has all these other symptoms that's been happening.
Okay. Has the elevated heart rate and kind of the chills, fever, has that been something that was happening while you were in the frontier, or the entire time you've been back, or something that happened more after the injuries?
Frontier, definitely.
Okay. Any major
I
injuries?
suppose
Go ahead.
shortness of breath is another one. It's getting a little bit harder to breathe. I mean, I thought it was just because knives, because I've been knowing about a bundle of knives since I got back.
Been coughing up any fluid, pain when you breathe, anything like that?
I'd say pain when I breathe, but not no fluid.
Okay. And any symptoms like this in the past?
No, not that I recall.
Any visual
When
changes
I
at all?
was
He's lost a lot of
the
weight.
weakness. Yeah,
Okay. Has that been something that had started at all before the frontier, or been losing weight more after coming down, or has he been kind of getting the fever and chills?
after coming down, I lost a lot of my weight up in the frontier, but I haven't been able to keep much food down since I came down.
Does it feel like there's a tightness in your throat at all?
Yeah,
Have you been able to get liquids down?
yeah. And so I've been on more of a soup diet
Yeah.
lately
How long has that been the case?
since cold.
Yeah, since he's came down, I've been getting him to do soup-based things. We've done a couple of solid food, but
What's happened when you have something solid?
It's really hard to swallow it down.
Okay.
And there's been a couple times where I've had to choke it up.
But not something where you've been able to get it down?
No.
Okay. And then this is sometimes can be a hard one to answer. Do you remember the last time you were able to successfully kind of get a solid piece of food down?
Since before I started since before I relapsed, definitely.
Okay.
During that time, I couldn't tell you. I don't
Understood.
have much recollection.
Okay. And in terms of substance abuse, you'd mentioned opium. Has that been predominantly smoked, or have you ever been injecting heroin or any other substances?
he's been drinking drinking heavily along with the opium. Why are you looking like this? You wanna, come clean so doctors know everything that they need to know?
When I first got my hands on the opium, was when they were flooding the West was flooding St. Denis with opium. I didn't have access to the pipe for a while.
Okay.
So yeah, I injected it.
Okay. Do you remember where? Were you predominantly using one access site, or were there multiple?
I was putting my ears.
Okay. Any other substances that you've utilized?
Alcohol.
Okay. Have you noticed any, as you've been losing weight, has it felt like your belly's been distended at all? Or like there's been a fluid buildup in your abdomen?
I'm sorry. Can you run that by me again?
Sure.
One of my ears does not
Oh,
work,
I understand.
so I didn't catch what you said.
So as you've been losing weight, have you noticed any swelling or fluid buildup, or kind of distension of your abdomen at all?
I don't know what that's supposed to look
If
like.
so, even though you're losing weight, if it feels like you have a really full belly, like you just eaten like way too much food, or it's just feels bloated, or it looks like you have a pot belly.
I have had a little bit of that.
Okay.
I wouldn't say pot belly, no.
Okay, that's good. Have you noticed any swelling in ankles, feet, anything like that, or just abnormal swelling in places you normally wouldn't?
Yeah, my ankles have been swelling. Ankle, I should say.
Oh, yes,
Bad
sorry.
joke.
No, I understand. Okay. Well, there's a couple things that I think we should take a look at. And there's a few things that I'll just kind of let you know I'm a little concerned about. One is the fact that you've been having some difficulty breathing, and the feeling warm, and then kind of the chills that can sometimes indicate a potential infection. And sometimes, particularly when there's been more of a prolonged cold exposure, people can get sick. We can get concerned about pneumonia. But for people that have been using substances, and particularly when there's been some injections, it's possible for there to be an infection via needle usage. And that's something where we can't really fight an infection directly, but we can try and do our best to help support your body fight off the infection. So we have some medications that can help, and IV fluids that can be beneficial. The thing that's a little bit more concerning to me is the fact that you're having trouble getting food down. And it's been a bit with that, and that can kind of lead into being able to lose weight. Has alcohol consumption been
I was just attributing to that issue to these scars.
Oh.
That's
Okay.
what I thought it was. I mean,
When did
I never had trouble before, but I figured because everything was going on with me that it just was.
Do you mind if I ask
freeze.
what caused those and how long ago that happened?
I was 18 when I got shot with buckshot and ended up surviving.
Okay.
Lost my voice for quite a while and ended up having to do some voice therapy in order to be able to talk again.
That can be a possibility. Did they surgically remove the buckshot? Or was any left behind that you're aware of?
I'm not aware of any of that.
Okay. So if there's retained metal in there, that can lead to potential infection or swelling, and that could potentially be causing some of the problems there.
Okay, but why would it stop bothering me now? Why hasn't it bothered me since, the injury?
Hard to say, but it can be something where we do know that when there's retained metal in somebody, it's more prone to infection. I wouldn't be able to say why it hasn't happened, but it is potentially a possibility. The other thing that we can get concerned about is if there's something internal causing kind of a partial closure or narrowing of your esophagus. That's the tube that food goes down to get to your stomach. There are blood vessels in there that sometimes can get strained if you're having liver issues. And if alcohol consumption has been a problem or something that's caused problems with your liver, that can lead to swelling in the abdomen, in the ankles, and it can also cause some swelling in the throat that can then make it harder to get food down. But you mentioned not really kind of coughing up anything or having any specific issues with fluid. Have you noticed any kind of, if you've coughed, flecks of bright red blood or anything like that?
No, I'd
Good.
be very concerned.
Mm-hmm.
My mother died of tuberculosis, so
I see.
you better
Understood. Yeah.
understand that I'm well aware.
Okay.
And I watch out for that kind of shit.
Okay. Good. I'm glad that that's hopefully not the case. It's also sometimes possible that kind of a mass or growth can develop, and we don't always really know what that is. So what I'd like to do is, I mean, if it's something that's a little bit more infectious, sometimes we can see something in kind of the back of your throat or something kind of red, and sometimes it can just be swelling from a potential infection, and that could line up with some of the other symptoms that you've been noting. But it's I'd like to give a listen to your chest, listen to your heart and lungs, see if we can kind of take a little bit of a look into your mouth and see if that can give us some information. If it's not, one of the things I would potentially recommend, especially given the injury to your neck in the past, would be consideration of getting an x-ray done. We don't have any x-ray machinery here in the crossing, but it is something where we have some partnerships with a few universities where we could potentially get you onto a train and get you back pretty quickly, but something where they can do an x-ray. And that generally lets us see bones, but also some denser soft tissue masses. So it could be something where if we are dealing with something kind of near the throat, it could show up. It also shows metal really well. So if there is potentially some retained metal that's kind of leading to an issue like this, that would show up. And it would be something where we'd be able to get a little bit more information. But it can be a really useful diagnostic tool in certain instances, depending on what we're dealing with.
Is this is one of them in New York City? Because I have family there, and that would be pretty easy for us to go.
Oh, yes. There's a number of institutions there that have an X-ray available, and we've had one of our well, retired doctors actually went back to New York to teach. I think it's New York College of Physicians and Surgeons or something like that. But I think Bonnie Gray is teaching there, so we'd be able to reach out, and I'm sure we'd be able to get something sorted out for to get an X-ray for you there.
Okay. Yeah, we can, if that's necessary, we can definitely have that arranged because I have family. We can stay up there for however long it takes.
Sure. Well, we can kind of do a look here first, and then it's something where if we're not seeing something definitive, I do think that could help give us some more information, particularly given some of the kind of changes that you've been kind of feeling over the past number of weeks. Do you mind if I take out a stethoscope and give your chest a little listen?
Okay. Let me snuff this out.
Okay. Well, just give this a little listen. If you could just breathe in and out normally. I'm just going to be listening to a couple different points in each lung, and then move it over your heart and listen to a couple different sites there, okay?
Okay.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Doing good. Do you want to check up on her? On Keely?
She about?
Yeah, she's sitting outside. We've been.
Oh,
sitting
literally? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, elevated rate, but rhythm sounds normal. I'm not getting anything out of the valves, which is good. A little bit of wheezing. No major fluid buildup. Have you been coughing at all?
Yeah, but it's been mighty close.
Okay.
I figured it was just cold.
Okay. Well, if you wouldn't mind then, if you could just open your mouth and stick out your tongue a little bit, kind of give an ah. I'm just going to grab a little scope here and I'm going to try and look down the back of your throat, okay?
Ah. You tried.
Okay, just going to take a little look here.
I'm trying to help Osei with this.
Okay. Well, what I'm seeing here is consistent with the existing scarring. So I'm not really seeing anything that's kind of giving off a major kind of no smoking gun, which is a good thing. But it is something where I think it would be helpful to try and get some more information. So I recommend we try and tackle this on a couple fronts. One is it has seemed like you've been a little warm and then you've been kind of feeling cold. And that can be consistent with a fever, can also elevate your heart rate. So I'd like to get you on some phenacetin to help bring that under control. And maybe some feverfew tea, and we can see if Claire has any other recommendations on that front that could be beneficial, that could help getting you feeling a little bit better, or maybe help calm down some inflammation in case that helps you be able to maybe swallow some food. I think the other thing that would be helpful is I do think it would be worth getting an x-ray because I am concerned with your throat and not being able to get anything down. So I do think that trip to New York could really be helpful. While they're there, if they had any concerns about maybe running a blood test, they have some more advanced laboratory functions than we have available here. And we can see if we're getting any information from either of those aspects that can help us kind of nail this down and get this figured out. But in the meantime, I'd recommend we continue to try to make sure that you're getting nutrition in, which can be really difficult when you're dealing with something like this. So I think it would be really good if we kind of just, even when you're not feeling too hungry, try and kind of do some soups, other soft foods, or maybe like a bone broth or something, just to make sure that we're getting you the nutrition you need. And I'd be really trying to be as on top of just staying hydrated and getting good fluids in as you can. Okay.
Do you think that it would be wise, even with the scarring, to try to eat like mashes or blends?
I would. I think it would. Have you been able to get any of that down?
The thicker it is, the harder it is.
Okay. I would try and just stick to something that's a little bit more liquidy initially. But if we're getting any improvement with some of the herbal supplements or with those anti-inflammatory properties, if it starts feeling like you might be able to get something else down, or it doesn't feel like there's as much of a struggle, then I think it'd be okay to start doing something a little bit more mashed and try it. You just want to be really careful because we don't want it to, get stuck, cause you to cough, and then potentially, have any of that kind of go down the wrong tube or affect your breathing. So just want to be really careful.
I'm usually the cook. Is there
okay.
anything I should avoid with this? Maybe not so heavy on the seasonings or something?
Everybody can vary a little bit, but I would probably cut back a
Don't take
little
out the
bit on.
seasonings. I'm Italian. I'd be so sad.
Well, we don't need to cut back them entirely, but particularly anything that could kind of aggravate the airway and kind of cause them to cough or kind of set them up. So I'd avoid kind of ground pepper, kind of particulate, but some smaller, more herb-based seasoning I think would still be very reasonable.
Okay. All right.
But I think that we can see how you're initially responding to this, and then one option is we can just see how you're responding. But the fact that this has been going on for a while, and the fact that you're having difficulty getting solids down, I would really like to get the X-ray as soon as we reasonably can.
I would
Um,
also like that.
And then we'll take a look at the results, and then we can talk next steps from there. Or if the doctors in New York have any particular thoughts on treatment, sometimes they will say this is, something where if you're in New York and you can plan a little bit of a longer stay, they'll take care of something there. But it's also something where I understand it can be rough being away from home. So if you want to come back with the results, we can always kind of take a look at them and see what we're able to do here. It just depends a little bit on what they end up finding.
We will stay in New York for as long as it takes to help him.
Okay. Well, if there's anything that we can help facilitate or assist with in any way, please, we're just a telegram away, okay? But Claire's going to have a couple things that I think will really help you feel better in the meantime, and then we'll also have the phenacetin, the feverfew, and a couple other things that I think will get you more comfortable, okay?
Okay.
What questions do you have? And I wish I had something a little bit more definitive for you, but sometimes we do have to just do a little bit of detective work and, figure out the best way to tackle this. And I do think that X-ray will give us some good information.
How soon do you think we will be able to get everything set up to go to New York?
Realistically, we can work with transit. We could be out tomorrow if it came down to it. And then in New York, sometimes there's a little bit of a delay, but the fact that we're getting through the weekend, I can write up and, Bonnie owes me a couple favors. If you could get there on Monday, we might even be able to get the X-ray done then. But we should be able to get it done, early this week. But some of it also depends on just your plans and comfort in terms of travel. But we should be able to get it moving pretty quickly if we need to.
Okay. We do need we need to make sure things are settled here if we are
Of
going
course.
to plan to have a longer stay. I just was curious how long it would take to get things underway.
But we can rush it. But if it's something where, you need to take your time here and just get everything sorted, that's absolutely okay. But we should be able to get it sorted so that then by the time you arrive, there should be no delays.
Okay. All right.
And they have a great team there. You'll be in really good hands.
Good.
Okay, so I put together a D to hopefully help with some of the swelling around the ankles. So we'll support your kidneys, supporting some while soothing your stomach and throat, hopefully making it easier to get food down. And of course, hopefully helping with some of that energy. So a few different things in there. I'd like you to drink 2 to 3 cups a day. Heaping teaspoon in a cup, 10 to 15 minutes steeping, and then have a drink.
Okay. We could do that.
I have a package here you can take before you go.
Yeah, I can take it.
Because of my abuse with medications and drugs, I refer to Lydia with all my drug uses.
Herbs are wonderful in that used correctly, they're very gentle, but build up over time. So, I'm confident, it won't harm, even if it doesn't help.
Okay.
That's good. I was gonna ask if there was any side effects or any other symptoms I need to keep a lookout for to maybe need a fast track if something else goes wrong.
Main thing that I would be concerned about is right now, if liquids can get down, that's a really good thing, and we just want to maintain that. But if it gets to the point where you're trying to get something down and you're kind of spitting it up, you're not able to get liquids down, or you're getting any difficulty breathing, needs an urgent intervention at that point.
Okay.
Okay. Question.
Mm-hmm.
what could it possibly be? Like all the possibilities, and what do you think it is?
Sure.
The likeliest without
Mhm.
all the information.
Got it. 4 main things that are on my mind right now. One is it could be something that I'm not sure what is set off, kind of a buildup in some of the existing scar tissue, some kind of inflammatory condition. I don't know what would have started that, but it could be we're dealing with them getting kind of larger and causing some of this. The other thing can potentially be an infection, where you end up basically with an abscess or a little kind of pocket of an infection. And if that's building up and getting bigger, that can both cause the kind of fever symptoms that you've been feeling, and cause some irritation with the airway and potentially eating and breathing, depending on where that is. Another one that I don't think it is could be some side effects of liver failure, which can cause swelling of certain blood vessels that can cause similar symptoms here. And the other one that I do get concerned about anytime someone is rapidly losing weight and is having trouble getting food down can potentially be some kind of unknown mass or potentially
Cancer.
cancer. Given your history, my suspicion would be more something to do with the scarring or a potential infection, particularly having been up in the cold, potentially dealing with a pneumonia or
Yep.
another form of sickness that could kind of start something like this and then maybe lead to some localized swelling, or a potential abscess, potentially from the needle use you mentioned. Those would be the things that I think are the most likely, and those things are very treatable.
What is an abscess?
So, an abscess is, did you ever have little pimples or anything kind of on your face when you were going through your teenage years?
Yeah.
So those are effectively small abscesses. It's that the white stuff in there is kind of your body trying to fight off an infection, but those are really close to the surface. So you can kind of think of it like, what if that kind of like pimple was deeper under the skin? And I've seen some of them get bigger than, honestly, I think the largest one I saw was sticking off of somebody's neck, and it was like the size of a small orange.
Oh God.
So
Wow, that's
there
crazy.
can be some really weird ones, but it's something where you can kind of think of it as this big like pocket of stuff. So your body kind of tries to wall off an infection, but sometimes it does it in an area kind of very noticeable, but sometimes it can be deeper in. We've seen them near kind of the thigh. I've seen them along the spine that can cause some really significant issues. And it is possible for that to happen kind of anywhere. And it can be concerning, but the reason it happens is your body's trying to wall off and contain things. The problem is it's creating this kind of mass or this almost little bubble of stuff. And if that is pushing somewhere, say in your esophagus or the tube where you would normally have food go through, that could push out into an area and make it harder to eat. If it's somewhere kind of deeper in like that, it is something where normally they would recommend a potential surgery to open and remove it. With certain areas, or in an emergent situation, we could absolutely do that here. But anytime we're dealing with a big infection, if it's something like that, it might be best to have that done in kind of the full sterile surgical suite that they would have available in New York.
All right. Okay. So all this we can find out more through New York.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I know that
Okay.
is a lot to take in. So if you might not be able to ask some questions now that you might think of later. So if it's something that you think of before you leave, you can always send a message into our tip line. Or if it's something where you're thinking about, on the train there, I'm sure that the New York specialists would probably be able to give you some answers.
Okay.
Okay.
And do you mind if I just
Are
double?
you-
Oh, sorry.
Did
Go
you
ahead.
just say what did you say your name was?
Connor McNamara.
You helped me when I had issues with my leg.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been a little
Yeah.
while.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Of course.
You're probably the best doctor I've ever had.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. And just to confirm, your telegram is FH258.
Correct.
Okay. Thing that I would just bring up while we have you here, and Miss Lydia, have you been, helping a lot with medical issues for Lorsa? Say?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, yes and no.
Understood.
The
Recently.
surgery, if you're asking about the
Got it.
surgeries,
Oh,
that
no.
was done
Yep.
by a
Mhm.
different medic.
No. Yep. Understood. My thought was just, if anything does come up, where you need to have somebody else inquiring about your medical history, we can only tell people, if you're not present, if they're on your next of kin list. So if it's anything
That's
you
what
would
you're
like
talking
to,
about.
to change, that's something where we can
Okay.
amend it. Up to you. Just
On my next of kin list, please put down Lydia Woodrow
okay.
so she can have my medical information. On the list should be Carlo Balletti. He can have it.
Hmm. Okay. Yep. He was one of the others, and then we had 2 others on file as well. We do normally cap it at
Should
3,
be-
but we can add a 4th in this case.
Thank you. Matthias Temple and it should be Blake Fox.
Not seeing Blake Fox. We do have Sione down.
Sione's fine.
Okay.
Shit. Shit. Okay, we'll keep it at those 4, please.
Okay, absolutely. And that is something that you can always change via Telegram. So you can just send us a message. We just then send a message back to your Telegram on file to confirm that it came from you. And then once we get that confirmation, we can always amend it if anything comes up.
Okay.
I mean, while we're here, I don't think I have anyone on my next of kin if you want to put him on mine.
Okay. And just for verification, do you mind letting me know your Telegram?
It's YZ024 Young
Perfect.
Zebra.
Yep. Just wanted to make sure I had the right file. Thank you.
My name's just Woodrow in there, right? Last name.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I have that updated for you.
Thank you. And I was correct. There is no one on my next of kin.
There was not, no.
Okay. Is there any other questions you can think of that you want to ask? Or
I think I have exhausted all the questions that I can't even think of at this moment.
okay.
All right. Well, if that changes, again, just please shoot us a telegram, medic, and that way, if anybody that's on duty will be able to take a look at the paperwork and hopefully get you those answers. Okay?
He's
No.
Is there?
No, it's not.
it's an old
Howdy.
injury. He gets
Okay.
it starts
sorry,
ringing
what was
on him.
that?
Okay. Understood.
We're okay just treating a patient?
It'll calm down after a bit.
Could be.
All right,
Okay,
I'm sorry.
That'd be
What?
that.
My ears started ringing.
Okay.
How are you?
How are you?
Oh, pretty good.
It
Finish
was
what you were about to say. You
is
saying, is that the...
when I was,
and then you stop. You have a different conversation.
When I was
That's not binoculars.
Yeah, broke my arm last night.
when I was
Fell out of treehouse.
in prison up in New York, I got
Good news,
shaved by
gravity
this
works.
motherfucker, and he
Oh.
tried to do it in my sleep, and I woke up in just enough time so that he ended up getting my. So this year's death, but every now and then it rings really loud.
Oh,
in
wait.
my head.
Understand.
Be safe.
Take care.
So I apologize for the distraction.
No,
It's
not at all.
something I can-
But, okay. Yeah.
It's not something you can fix. I apologize.
That would be a little bit outside of my area of expertise, but gotcha. But yep, we'll see about everything else and try and get that sorted for you. Okay.
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 Yeah, thank you. Looks like we need to do a few things to wrap up here with business and everything so we can get to New York without any concern.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it just does seem like the crossing is on fire tonight. So if
Yeah,
you
it
are
does,
traveling
so,
to get things together, please just be as safe as possible.
Yeah, okay.
Sure thing.
Yeah, we'll just we need to get back to the city.
Okay.
Thank you again for helping.
No, of course. I really hope that the herbs are, I think, can provide you with some significant relief, and then we'll just do our best to get some more answers. Okay.
Yeah, I hope it helps.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Do you want us to send the results down to you?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind, you can just have them send it in to the SCDH or to our tip line, and then we'll take a look and go over the results. Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Of course. Thank you. And just please travel safe.
We'll do.
All right. We'll see you when you get back.
I have my own jacket on.
You're not using it. You've not been using it.
It's in the freaking hotel. Just
Okay,
take
well then,
this and let's
no,
just go over to the.
It's raining. You can wear it
Oh
until
my
we get
God.
there.
Jesus.
Thank you for looking out for him.
And of course.
You're fucking adorable.
I'm just looking out for you, okay?
I know. But now you're gonna get wet. And now I'm gonna
fine.
have to look out for you.
I'm fine. I'm not the one who's sickly here.
Oh, don't baby me now.
You're gonna have to get used to it. I am babying you.
You're adorable. Let me check to see where I put it upstairs.
Okay. glad we at least got a little bit of answer. We'll get you to New York and we'll figure this out. In the meantime, we have these herbs to hopefully help get whatever swelling you have down and hopefully get you to be able to eat more.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like we probably should get out of Blackwater.
Yeah. Let's go.
I think my horse is still at telegrams.
I just saw Max head pop out of the telegram, so hopefully we can catch him. I don't know, I will unfortunately be being sent out to New York. He went that ways.
Do what now?
Jim's.
What about him?
Couldn't,
mining?
could. No, I
Oh,
ain't going
well,
mining, no.
I thought you wanted a detail for that.
Well, yeah. But
Yeah,
then
well,
you...
Why would you do it? Why would you do it now? I'm going to
I was going to
sleep.
say, like, if... No. I was going to say, if you weren't, that's what I'd do.
Oh,
You are, so...
I mean, I could be around for a bit. I like the work. Always happy
It
to
ain't
work.
no work, it's literally just holding pouches.
I mean,
I just realized I had a conversation with you on the front of the telegram office once, didn't I?
Yes, you did. So kind of you to notice. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I apologize. It's been
That's okay.
crazy.
Yeah, I gathered that. I wasn't taking no offense, don't worry. It's Osei, right?
So, yes, it is OC. Would you like to take away with the video? Would you like me to say it?
You can say it.
The doctors have suggested that I go to New York for x-rays and treatment.
Right.
There is too many variables, and they need more concrete data to figure out how I'm sick, what to do about it. But they do agree that there is something going on.
Yeah.
Right.
So, unfortunately, this is going to be my last week here for now, until I can get better. I apologize, Mac.
No, you don't have to apologize for that. I mean, shit, your health comes first, man.
Exactly. He's been pushing off seeing a doctor for a few weeks now, and I finally got him to see one today, and I'm glad that he did.
Well done. Yeah. Good job.
Good. Damn it, Osei. Don't be stubborn like me. You gotta go see the doctor, man.
I thought it was just from my injuries, but it is a bigger underlying issue than just recovering from a damaged body. It's something that you can't see.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have family in New York, so we'll be comfy up there while the tests and everything else are being done. Then whatever else needs to be done for him.
Okay. All right. Do y'all like need anything for the way, or you set up like money wise to get yourselves out there, things like that?
I'm set up for it. Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Mac. You'll see my beautiful face again.
No, of course, no doubt about that. I mean, it's all well and good having enough to get out there. I need you to have enough to get back, man.
Yeah, don't worry about that. My family comes from wealth, so. Well,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
That's
Lucky for
not too
some.
bad then. Hey, mine got crushed under the rubble at fucking Yukon, alright? They
Oh,
deserve that
God.
shit. That's what they get for being greedy.
Yeah. Hey, I will say that I'm very disappointed in you that I can actually see your chin.
Why's that?
I just
Because
realized that you
I
shaved.
loved your
Okay.
your beard. I loved your
Oh.
beard.
Yeah, I like the beard too, but it had to go. I've always had the mustache. It's only in the last month and a bit where the beard came in. Spending so much time in the mines, I just never really had enough time for a clean shave.
My first impression of you was a big lumberjack man with a big beard
Same
up at
here,
Colton.
actually.
Yeah, fair.
So it's very jarring to see you all clean and shaven like this.
Hey, you
Although
should have
the
seen
next
me
time
3
you
months
see
ago. I had
me,
a fucking mullet.
Oh, God, I can't even imagine that.
oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
yeah. It is
It is
horrendous.
likely that next time you see me, I will be clean shaved, just
Alright.
like you. It's very likely, but if not, you'll see
Of
my
course.
luscious locks.
Why
There
do
you
you
go,
think
see?
that?
Oh, come on. Your family is what? They got monies. Does this look like presentable to your family? No. I look like a
And
fucking...
my father calls me princess. I take that title and I run with it. So trust me when I say that nothing's going to happen to you. I'm going to make sure that...
Apparently she's attached to my long hair.
That is
Anyway.
nice.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome. What's your secret?
Not giving a shit. and plenty of water. Actually, it's ancient, it's Asian Kanyankehan knowledge that I cannot disclose to you at this time.
Yeah.
And plenty of water.
Yep. Plenty of water. That's what I usually do, right?
You be safe, Jose, alright? As soon as you go back to the fucking crossing, though, you send me a telegram.
Will do.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
You look after him as well,
we need
miss.
to make
If
a
he acts
list.
up, give him a smack.
Yeah, I will.
Wow. Don't encourage you. What are you doing? What are you doing?
All right, we probably should start heading towards the city. Apparently the crossing's on fire today, so...
Apparently so. A lot of stuff kicking off way out east.
Oh, it's out
Out
east.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, well, that's going to be fun
So
to go to
it
see.
sounds like
alright,
there's animals in the area.
Yeah, more like east from here, but not like way out Santa Fe way.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, so avoid Valentine. Got it. Understood.
Yeah, Strawberry,
That's just general advice
Valentine,
all the time.
Van Horn, Ansburg probably.
Okay. Yeah, we can make it to the city. We'll be
Alright.
fine.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, shit, you could take a boat from here, just head straight to Rose, and then you're safe.
Where there's a boat?
Yeah.
You can
You can
hire
rent one of
a
them. You can hire one of them steamboats.
What do you
It
think?
takes a while, but it's not too much slower.
Have you
Honestly, I
ever-
don't even know if it's slower.
It is a little bit, but only if you know how to really ride. Yeah.
I've
What's
never,
wrong?
I've never navigated a boat before, so I've been on boats, giant boats for parties.
It's like a small boat, like a
Well,
little steamboat.
I mean, it can't be any different from manning a canoe. So let's go. Let's go
Oh,
adventures.
great, wonderful. This is gonna be perfect.
Have fun, kids.
Just mind the current.
Great, wonderful. Just let us
Can
sick
both swim,
man
right?
do this. Yep.
I'm sick. I'm not fucking, incapable.
Let me make sure that they can ship Eva over there. I'm just gonna bring it to the stable.
All right.
Can you send her over to Saint Denis? Thank you. Okay. Like I said, I was sitting here thinking, it's like, I know some back ways to get to Saint Denis to avoid different places, but I guess this is the best way.
Well, if not the best, at least an, you know, a choice.
Yeah.
If you don't want to do it, we don't have to.
No, I
It was
mean,
just it was funny to make the joke and walk away. We don't have to commit to this fucking boat.
do you want to or do you not want to? How do
I
you
don't care.
feel?
How do you feel? I don't care either way. I've been on boats before.
Might as well have an adventure before we have to settle business and worry about getting packed up for New York. I sent a
No.
letter to my father, make sure things are arranged to get on a train. A few rents it here.
I'm not sure. Look, there's a steamboat over there. I think that might be somebody else's.
I was about to say, you want to commandeer it or something?
Well, it would be free. But we'd also probably piss off whoever put it there.
Yeah, let's not do that.
We could do the steam powered one.
If you want.
It's $20. I think I got that. Let me check. Yeah, I got that.
To make it where you don't have to row, at least.
Yeah, that was the point. Let me try to see if I can jump onto this. Aha! You alright? You're looking a little wet there. Okay, how do we sit down?
Kind of ease your way
try
onto
that.
the seat. Really? Is it not that?
No, you got it. You got it.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
You sure you got this?
Yeah, I just, it's my first time to actually steer one by myself, you know?
Great.
You keep us on track with the map, alright?
I mean, where are we headed? Are we going all the way around to Saint Denis?
Which one do you want to do?
I mean, I had Eva sent to Saint Denis.
Then we're going to Saint Denis, I guess. Unless you want to walk from Rhodes to Saint Denis.
Then I guess, we cut across Flatiron Lake and, skirt around to Lenahatchee River, or how do you say that? I don't know how to say that.
You're gonna have to tell me which direction to go because right now, what's it all looks like is just flat water.
I mean, you're heading in the right direction. We will hit
Okay.
the bigger islands once you just keep going this way.
Okay.
You can go around the islands. You're headed towards the top of the bigger island. Why are you? Why'd you go that way? I guess we
don't
can
know
go
where
that
I'm
way.
going. Was there a way to cut through? Cause I don't, I can't tell. Oh, there was a way to cut through. I didn't realize.
Yeah, we were headed towards the top of the biggest island, and then we
I
could
had no
just like
idea.
follow
I
along the
can't tell.
shore.
It's just fog and flat water to me.
You okay?
Yeah, just shooting us a breath.
Just what?
Just tight breathing.
Oh.
Did I tell you about my adoptive father Matthias and us going over here and fucking around here on the pirate island?
You haven't really told me about Matthias much besides sending me a letter about sending him something.
All right. Well, we got time, so I might as well talk.
Okay, this is
Up in
the
Wapiti.
mainland. Just follow along the shore.
Up in Wapiti, there was several people up there. One of them is a Norseman named Matthias Temple. He was quite reserved when I first met him. He wasn't talking much, and he was drunk a lot of the time. But it took a couple weeks to a month for him to start giving me life advice, and at that point, everybody had kind of started to give up on me because apparently I don't listen. Even though I was hearing everything they were saying, they did not think that I was absorbing it or things like that. I mean, it's possible that I wasn't, but I was trying my hardest. It's not that I was ignoring them. But Matthias is the one that got through to me. And then time and time again, he was the only one that could get through to me in a way that I could understand how to apply it. And everybody was, the elders specifically, were not very thrilled with that because there's this, this white man in the group that is teaching this native kid about natives, about being a native. So it's a little bit odd, the dynamic, but we gotten really close. Him and his fiance, girlfriend, kind of. They're definitely gearing up to get married. Both of them were the only two that was getting through the anger and the frustration that I had. And before them, I had a really, really complex feeling about family, and before them I thought I was just never going to have a family, never have a proper family, never have a father who cared about me, and he changed that. He stepped up to be that father figure. And he has been my source of wisdom since then. And every chance he gets, he writes to me. They went to go see mother's parents during the winter holiday, and then they got stuck up there. Then they decided to stay there, and they've been out of the crossing since then. But we've been telegramming back and forth every couple of weeks.
That's good.
I'm not upset that they're not there. I'm upset that I haven't seen them. That I don't get to see them every day. You know.
Yeah.
But every time I need help, or every time I feel scared, every time I'm looking for advice, I send him a telegram, and he responds. And sometimes he just sends me telegrams when he thinks that I've retreated into myself, which
That's
I have a
good.
habit of doing. And it took a long time for me to accept and to say regularly that he is my father, because of that underlying, self-hatred. My father abandoned me before I was ever born. So why would anybody step up to be a father of a bastard like me? Well, he did, and if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been half the man I was during the entire time with the Barlettis. And I believe firmly that half the issues, actually more than half the issues that I've been having, is because I have been refusing to communicate properly with him, because I don't want to disappoint him with my failures.
Right.
So then that just compounds and makes those failures 10 times worse.
Yeah. I get the fear of failures and mistakes. I beat myself up very, very badly when I feel like I've failed or made a mistake. You know, it's not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. That's not how you fix a mistake or push through and learn a lesson and right or wrong.
And you can't just force through the mistake, because that just makes it worse. And it's taken me a long time to learn that.
Yeah.
It feels like a lesson I keep learning, to be honest.
It's a habit that's really hard to break.
Yeah.
You know deep down, I mean, the advice that you just gave, you know deep down what the right thing is. It's just, you're so used to a certain way of handling things, it's hard to hear that logic sometimes.
Yeah. Or I would hear the logic, and it's think I apply it one way when it ends up applied another.
Yeah.
I'll probably telegram him and mother
Let them know what's going on.
that yeah, and tell him where we're going. One thing that's gonna probably make you cork an eyebrow is that Blake, Matthias's fiance, and I are practically the same age, but she's been more a mother to me than anybody I've ever known. She has. I know it's so weird. It's weird. That's what happens when you find family. Matthias is only like 29.
Oh, okay. Well,
So we're not even that far apart. It's just a really strong bond. No other title feels right though. I know it's weird. I know how it sounds. That's why I don't fucking talk about it much.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, you know what bond, it don't matter age at that point. Just some people fit a certain role in your life, no matter the age.
Exactly.
Well, there's the city.
Yeah. You're gonna laugh at me because it's fucking pathetic, but every time Matthias calls me my son, I choke up every time.
I don't think that's silly or anything.
It is silly. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's not, though. You said so yourself. You were abandoned. Your own father abandoned you before you were even born. You didn't have that father figure, and now you do. There's nothing wrong with getting choked up at that. Obviously, I'm not going to know what you've been going through with all that, given my own family, but I know enough to understand I don't think I could. I can't imagine myself without my father. I'm very close to him, so.
I can't imagine my life without Matthias now. Does that sound weird? I can't imagine my life without Blake either. If it hadn't been for those two, I might have gone off the deep end much earlier.
Well, I'm glad that you found them then. Or they found you.
Where is the dock?
Coming up on it.
I didn't think it was this close to the Quaggan. Okay, so those are the houseboats. It's further down.
Is that the Corrigan? That's not the Corrigan.
No, that one isn't.
Yeah, it's around this one though.
Correct. That one's the tanker. There's the Corrigan right there.
Yeah, it's between that one and the Corrigan. Yeah, over there it looks like. Yeah, it looks like the ramp. Yeah, there's boat rental.
I'm gonna go right up under the ramp. There we go. Whoa.
Easy, easy. Okay. All right.
Okay. Smooth, you see?
Yeah.
Smooth.
Nice job there. All right. So, what We need to go through a checklist here.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too.
We probably should check
Who do we
the.
need to contact?
Well, we probably check the Bastille to see if there's anyone around, Miss Farley's around or something. If not, we probably
Okay.
need to go down the list of see who we can contact as far as telegrams. Is there anyone that you would much prefer simply talking to in person about this, or there is someone I need to send a telegram to, actually. I had to tell Eve that I won't be around. She's been threatening to take me away from work and stuff to keep me distracted.
Need to make a checklist of who needs to be told in person.
Okay, I'm sending a telegram to the Angelo Romano person because I know he wanted to have a chat with me, and he knows you, so I figured let him know that that chat's probably not going to happen. It's probably just one of those catch-up chats since we seem to know each other, or at least our family knows each other.
Unless we find them in the city tonight or during this week.
Yeah, true. He's not sent a telegram back to me, so
I'm gonna send a telegram to father and mother.
okay. Yeah, that's good.
Hello there.
Is there anyone else I need to send telegram to? Do you want to let Constance know, or is it someone you want to run into?
Yeah, go ahead and let Constance know.
Okay. Which name does she know you by?
It's OC.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see if we can find anybody.
Okay. I need to get a stew at the Bastille anyways.
Holy crap.
What?
Look to your left.
Oh.
Oh, thank freaking God, it's just the chances. I was waiting to see if I could see suits on them.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell. I feel like I need to send one to Mickey just as common courtesy to let them know I'm not going to be around to help with the bar. But maybe after we tell Mr. Barlady.
Yeah, let's talk to Mr. Barlady first. Then we will send telegrams to everyone we need to.
Okay. I went ahead and sent a telegram to Angelo and Constance because I'm not entirely sure if we run into any. And if we do, I did put in the telegram that if they want to chat with us and to see us off or whatever before we leave, to let me know.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to see Thomas because Thomas can't read telegrams.
Me too.
Mm.
That's exactly what I was just thinking about.
Thomas,
I mean, I know that it won't tell Thomas about it, but I just wanted to be able to talk to him. If we don't find anybody today, we'll just we'll send telegrams just so that if we don't catch them this week, that then they were informed as soon as we got back into them.
Okay. Do we want to detail it in the telegrams or simply say we need to have a chat?
We will detail it on the last day if we cannot catch them.
Okay.
So the first one we will say that we need to talk because that's unreasonable.
Okay.
It's weak, yeah.
Okay. Thomas, Thomas looks up to you. So it'd be good to at least see him.
It's crazy because I'm the biggest fuck up in this entire outfit.
You gave an impression on him. He looks up to you and cares about you a lot. Matter of fact, first I was flinching away, but I'm pretty sure he's making you something. Unless you already got it.
No, I haven't received it.
Okay. Well, hopefully he finishes it in time so you can receive it before you leave.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see if we can find the others in the city before we check Van Horn for the night.
Okay.
I don't think we'll be able to find anybody, but it's worth it.
Might as well try. Who else do we need to, or where else are we looking?
I'm sorry, what? You were behind me, I didn't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said who else or where else are we checking?
I was gonna walk around and see if I could find or see any evidence of Magpie being nearby.
Okay.
I already sent a telegram saying that if she doesn't catch me within the week, then she won't see me for a while, and that yes, it is that serious. So, and I sent that to Angelo as well.
Oh, okay. Well, Angelo got 2 telegrams then.
Yeah.
I guess we need to. You think Gemma's still around, or do we want to wait until Freddy and then tell them both?
I sent a telegram to Gemma, and I will send a telegram to Freddy.
Okay.
Really not give any details to Gemma.
Okay.
The city is eerily quiet tonight.
Yes, it is. So everywhere else is on fire besides here.
Yeah. Oh shit! I wanted to go to the Indigenous Exchange today, but I missed it.
Oh.
But it
I
doesn't
didn't know
really
it was
matter at
today.
this point. Yeah, it doesn't really matter at this point because we aren't gonna be managing the kitchen now.
No. We'll figure things out later. Right now, one of my focuses is to get you healthy.
Yeah.
Don't worry about anything else.
I don't think anybody else is around. Yeah, it's empty here too.
Wow.
I actually don't know where the rest of them would be.
I don't know. I mean, I've been noticing the city has been dead like this for a few days now, actually.
Yeah, that usually happens when there's an influx of events and then everybody gets tired.
Yeah.
How many events have we had within the last month? About at least 2 to 3 a week? It's
Yeah,
very exhausting.
that's what it feels like.
Do you think we should let Flo know? Flo Rizzo? I know that's when before I went up to court, what I remember was Carlo talking to Jilly and Flo Rizzo about my situation.
Do you think it's something Flo would like to know? I don't know Flo very well.
I don't know them very well either. I don't think that they would care, to be honest, but
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Should we check for Mr. Way, or?
Yeah, yeah, let's go check Mr. Way.
I'm gonna have to let him know that I can't style him anymore. I was
I
struggling.
guess we could try to give him a style for this, this week.
Oh God.
That'd be fun. Holy shit! I did not see them.
Me either. Well, see, the thing is, I was trying. I was trying to flip through the catalog and see if I can come up with something, but I've just not been feeling inspired at the moment, and I don't know if I can rush to give them something before we leave. I can try, but it just seems like the plaid options for men are a little more. The patterns on it aren't very fun.
Yeah. Up and downstairs today.
You okay?
Yeah.
Just take it easy.
I haven't felt this week since I was a kid.
And this is the reason why we are going to New York to figure this out.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody's here. I was sending a telegram, but no,
Last time I was up here, I was taught how to crack a safe.
Really?
And Declan
Was it Declan who taught you?
and Declan was very annoyed by the fact that I was able to open it the first try. And he's like, how? I'm so fucking annoyed right now because I had to try it so many fucking times to open it the first time. It's like, I don't know. I guess you're a good teacher, then you were a safe cracker? Do you want to sit and wait for a moment? See if you catch your breath before trying to go back down those stairs?
Going down is much easier than going up. We'll be fine.
Okay. I just want you to push yourself. So Mr. Way needs to be on the list of people to telegram. Did you want to talk to?
Yeah.
Anywhere else we should look?
Van Horn?
Van Horn?
Yeah.
Okay. You get a horse.
Yeah. Let's go to the stables.
Think we'll be safe over in Van Horn with this whole stuff that Mac was talking about? And the medics?
They did say there might not be in St. Denis, so we'll see. God,
Well,
that's a gorgeous horse. That thing looks like a skeleton.
It does, doesn't it? It's so pretty. There's a lot of horses here.
Oh, yeah. Hello, this. Did you recognize that man? Because I didn't.
I don't think so. Benny. Oh, how you doing, sweetheart? Hey, you gonna find this funny?
Hello there, Vinny.
A few people waiting for the telegram.
Let me write it back first. Yeah. You're gonna find this funny.
You got up in my face, I see.
Oh my
Yes.
God! Look
Yes.
at you. I didn't even fucking
Yeah,
recognize
yeah.
it.
Right? It's my first ever beard and mustache. First ever. I'm very proud of it, even if it's
very
patchy. I don't care. It's my page, piece of shit.
It's nice. It's nice.
You and Josie got a minute?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, how long you gonna be?
Well, I'm just sending Mr. Parley a telegram number because you didn't include it.
My telegram? I did so. All right. Sure.
We'll be across the street once you're ready.
All right. Sure.
Did she say she was sending Mr. Lydia a telegram?
Pearly. Apparently, Benny forgot to send his telegram to Pearly, so Josie's having to send it for him.
Wait.
What? What? Sorry. Oh, okay.
You're cute when you're fussing over me.
Well, then I guess you're gonna have to get used to it because I'm gonna be fussing over you a lot.
Oh, jeez. Can you believe this
guys.
gal?
What's going on?
Fussing over me for no reasons.
No reason. Bullshit.
So, where to start? I'm not sure if I'll be able to catch any of the my birds in the ditch, but if you guys end up seeing them around, you could just pass the message. It's not worth a telegram, but I mean, if you could, I'm having to leave the crossing, so.
Oh no. Why is that? I mean, if you want to tell.
There's some medical reasons that I am leaving. But since we always had good banter, I needed to felt like I needed to let you know that we ain't gonna be seeing you in quite a while.
Fuck.
Well, I hope, you know, whatever's going on for you, Will, gets resolved. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
It's unfortunate.
is there anything we can do, Will? And you know, anything that, I mean, no fucking doctor, but
We sought doctors out, and after doing the initial checkup and everything else, they want to send him to New York for testing and treatment and everything. So this isn't a indefinite thing, just however long it takes to get him better.
yeah, well, makes sense. She'll be we shall be in good hands.
Yeah, he will be.
Yeah, but you know, it was sorry we never got that game where I was you know taking all your money there, Vinny. But maybe when I come back, if I come back, you know.
If
When you come back.
Exactly.
When, sorry, when. I gotta stop that.
Yes, you do, and you're sitting here complaining about me fussing over you for nothing. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not.
Uh,
We're gonna miss you, truly.
Yeah,
Even
we
though
wish
we
you the
haven't been
best
able to
of
spend
luck
too
on your
much time
trip.
together, you know, in quite some time. Still gonna miss you. And you are coming back.
Yes,
right.
yes.
Yeah, I guess I could let you guys know what's been going on. You remember when the city was flooded with opium?
Mm-hmm. Terrible time.
Yeah, I got hooked and I got in a bad way. Mr. Barletti only found out end of March, maybe a little bit in the middle of March. I don't properly remember the time frames. It's all a haze, to be honest. He got rid of all the opium that I had, but then I also had a drinking problem and so he sent me away to the frontier to get better, and turns out that I could be having a underlying illness from that point in time.
Hey, Big Joe.
Okay then. Fucking Joe.
Yeah,
What the hell was that for? He just broke every ounce of seriousness that was going on just now.
Well, look, Will, I don't want you to feel weak for these addictions. I want you to feel strong for breaking them. You know? That is a testament to who you are. So however long you need, get the help that you need. This underlying condition, when you come back to us, and we will have that poker game.
There you go. Something to look forward to once we get back.
Sounds great.
And don't expect me to go easy on you. I mean, I'm still gonna fucking kick your ass. You know, just because you're seeing a doctor. I'm taking your money.
Yeah. Keep
And I'm
boasting
taking
like
both
that.
your money.
Wait until I play
Oh.
with you. What? Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Well, I'm gonna clean him under the table, and then she's gonna clean me under the table. That's what's gonna happen.
Listen, my poker ego is massive. I just came off of a $36,000 win.
Oh God.
All right?
Oh,
Nobody can ever take
you
that
were
away
the
from
one
me.
who won that.
It was, yeah, it was.
Congratulations. That's gonna be my money soon.
Be right there waiting for you. So long as they stay off the fucking Corrigan and the roulette table.
Yeah. Well, That's practically the end of the story. We're getting ready within the next week to be shipping out back to New York.
Yeah. We gotta clear up some other things first before we get on the train for New York, but yeah.
Well, in the
Hey,
meantime,
well,
if you need anything, be already telegram away.
yeah,
And
let us know.
if we don't
Yeah.
see you, have a safe trip, all right? See you when you get back.
Certainly. You keep my money nice and warm in your front pocket for me, all right?
Yeah, all right.
Okay, you two take care, all right?
Yeah, thank you.
The fuck is Joe doing? Oh, here he comes.
Right. Hello
There
again.
he is again. Hello again. Okay, bye.
Oh,
You're fine.
How you doing, Joe?
You're not sorry. Don't apologize for something you're not fucking sorry for. What the fuck? What are you doing?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Alright, okay.
What?
What? Nothing.
All right, guys.
Did I fuck with you?
All right, you two have a good one.
We'll see you
Yeah,
when we see you,
You
all
too.
right?
Take care, okay?
Did I interrupt? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're
I'm
dead.
sorry.
You're
No,
dead.
no.
She's dead to me.
You should be
fine.
sorry,
I
Joe.
forgive
Look what you did. Look what you did. You
can't
sent him
believe
off. That's what you did.
It's what I do. It's what I'm good at. See you guys.
Okay. You okay?
Yeah.
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 So, it don't seem like there's much of anyone else here in the city. You want to try Van Horn or?
Yeah, I have a feeling that the East is sleeping. Does that make sense?
Yeah. You want to try Van Horn? You just in case.
We'll try Van Horn, just in case.
Good lord, good thing we were off the road.
Yeah, I actually was thinking about going in that direction, and I'm glad that I chose against it.
I also will be needing to rest soon, so we'll see if we
Yeah,
can
me too.
find anyone in Van
If
Horn.
nobody's in Van Horn, then we'll just rest there with Freddy and come back to Saint Denis the next time.
Okay.
If we don't find any of the bar ladies tomorrow, then we're sending telegrams.
Okay. Should I?
What? What's the question?
I was gonna say, should I give him the money that I have accumulated from the kitchen, or hold on to it?
I think give it to him.
You think give it to him?
Yeah.
You don't want to? Well, I guess. Oh God.
Whoa! Shit! Damn it, Anaya, that was not nice. You were saying?
I guess it would make sense because they're going to be managing the kitchen or doing something with the kitchen while we're away.
You know what? Actually, thinking about it. So I was thinking really hard about here. Let's get out of the city and we'll talk about it.
Okay.
I've been thinking hard about what we talked about up in the pity.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right. What I've been doing, the wheels I've set in motion, does not scream loyalty.
No.
Nor does it. Yeah. It could get me in worse trouble than I am now. And I wasn't thinking about it like that. I was thinking, you know, that if I could get this together and then present the information to Valerie, that it would show my worth. But it took a little bit to realize maybe that
You reverse the steps?
yeah, tell Valerie first.
Yeah. Well then,
keep the. Go ahead.
Something I was going to suggest to you as maybe an out, if that is indeed what you were hoping to achieve in your plans, was to utilize bargaining chips, the 2,300 that I've accumulated in the kitchen itself with all the furniture, and to sweeten the deal, if that's not enough, I can give up one of my wagons, because I know for a fact that a few of the family members are in hunts for wagons.
Yeah.
We're not going to have the kitchen as a bargaining chip because of this, but we can at least hold on to the money. And the wagon idea, in case it's necessary in the future.
I'm concerned that they actually wouldn't give two shits about whether or not that I'm gonna be hospitalized for an extended period of time.
No, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Mr. Barley doesn't show a lot of emotion. The only emotion he does show is anger. It's a lot easier an emotion, it's a lot easier an emotion than anything else.
It's an addictive emotion too.
Yeah. And then Aiden doesn't show any sort of emotion. Adam doesn't show any sort of emotion. Thomas doesn't either, but Thomas is more understanding, has compassion in a way.
I've seen his emotions.
Yeah.
They're subtle, very subtle. I see it when he's worried. You can hear it in his voice.
Yeah.
Worried. when he's concerned or when he has a bright idea. He's easy to read in that sense, you know.
Yeah. So you're probably not going to get the reactions you're hoping to receive, but just keep in mind none of these people are very compassionate in their right.
I don't expect a reaction. At this point, I don't. The only one that I expect to be concerned about my well-being is Thomas. The rest of them, they don't care if I live or die. And I know that.
I mean, I don't know.
They actually would clean up their hands if I did die from whatever this is.
They are a family who relies on usefulness.
Why do you think I was trying to put myself in this position to be truly useful? You know, do what I used to do best up in New York.
If anything, I feel like Mr. Barley is probably going to be disappointed by the fact that he's losing us as moneymakers. The kitchen manager, I'm no longer going to be doing this trivia night event. That's probably where he's going to be most disappointed. But you never know. Maybe it'll shock you.
Yeah. Maybe I should request. I'm trying to figure out how to word it to Wow, did you see that?
Yeah, I have seen the blood that's trailing along the path here.
I think it might be going towards that house over there.
Oh, is it?
Hang on, let's go study it real quick. Where is it? This is somewhere around here, right?
I think it's further up, maybe?
It's somewhere around the road here, isn't it? It's just his.
It was just here. What? Are we seeing things?
Did you see it?
No.
Maybe it's further down this ways.
Are we seeing things?
Maybe it's over here more.
I know. I could have sworn. What? Maybe the rain washed it away?
I'm not sure.
Hmm. Maybe there's more clues in Van Horn.
It's right here.
Oh. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, I see the blood is going the other. Okay.
Call me curious.
I do need a rest pretty soon, but
I'm gonna. Okay. How about I drop you off? I'm gonna go see if that person's been helped or not.
You Okay. Just be careful.
Yeah, well, I don't want to keep you up any further than you are. No.
Is there anyone in Van Horn's?
I don't know. I guess we could
Does not look like
check.
it. Or, well, maybe.
Well, maybe. Let's see. Usually the horses are strapped up. No.
Mm.
I'll just up over there real quick and then come back and lay my head down, alright? I'll be
Okay.
alright.
Yeah, please be careful.
I'll be fine.
Okay. I'll likely going to be waiting up for you. Don't make me go back out here and look for you.
It won't be like that. I'll be
Okay.
back in a little bit. Just popping my head in and popping it out.
Okay. I don't know where I think it's over here. I don't know where the actual... Yeah, alright. When we go into the room. Alright. I gotta head out. Dinner time. This starts the road to benching these two characters for a while.